Thank you so much for inviting me to speak at your career fair. My name is Genealogist. I'm a forensic genealogist with a nonprofit called DNA Doe Project. We use DNA and genealogy, that's family research, to identify John and Jane Does, people who are found deceased and are unidentified. We've solved about 50 cases so far. Here are some of the cases that I've helped solve. My job is very exciting. It brings me so much joy, and it's an honor to be able to share it with you. The way it works is the DNA of our does is made into a file that is then uploaded to a couple of websites where it can be compared to other people who have uploaded their DNA files. Generally speaking, the more DNA shared between people, the more closely related they are. Each doe is one person out of the billions of people who have ever existed. We need to follow all the clues we have to figure out who that one person was. Our work involves solving puzzles, mysteries, and doing a lot of detective work. I've been with DNA Doe Project since it was founded in 2017. I started learning about genetic genealogy a couple of years before that, and I have 22 years of genealogy experience. DNA Doe Project is made up of volunteers. We don't get paid for our research. Some people, myself included, also assist law enforcement with criminal cases. That work is separate from DNA Doe Project. Some people get paid to work on those criminal cases, and some don't. I don't. That could change in the future, but I'm just happy to be able to help in any way I can. Forensic genealogy is still a relatively new field, so there's no standard salary or degree needed yet. As DNA Doe Project CEO, Dr. Margaret Press pointed out to me, your generation is likely the one who will help set those standards as you enter the field. Because forensic genealogy is growing in popularity, there will likely be a lot of people trying to get into this field in the future. At some point, a college degree might be necessary. There are so many different skills that come into play in our field that just about anything you major in will likely have some benefit to you in this line of work. The very best way to prepare yourself for a career in forensic genealogy is by starting with your own family research. Build your own family tree. Try to find family records online. Two of the top sites when it comes to the amount of records you'll find are Ancestry.com, which allows you to sign up for free, but you have to have a paid subscription to view most of the records, and FamilySearch.org, which is free to use. Do what you can to keep yourself safe online. Use an alias. Sign up for sites with an email address that isn't linked to your real name, and don't share any information with anyone. Do start a family tree on the website. You can check your user settings to set that tree to private. The more genealogy experience you have, the better. You don't have to wait until you finish high school to get started. I started researching my own family history when I was 14. A lot of standard school subjects will end up being important in your work. You probably had papers where you were asked to research a subject and cite your sources. That's an important skill to build because research is key in forensic genealogy. The critical thinking skills you've probably developed without even knowing it from your math and science classes will benefit you in your work. Social studies and history classes provide ways to learn about events that were going on in different time periods, which can give you important clues when you're looking for family records. If you get the chance, consider learning another language. Your does could have families from anywhere in the world, so the records you need could be in a number of different languages. It's not just about the specific things that you learn in school, but the learning process as a whole. That probably sounds really corny, but it's true. Forensic genealogy is very COVID-friendly because it can be done right from your own home if you have an internet connection. I do almost all of my work on my computer. I occasionally have phone calls. A typical day for me is waking up, eating breakfast, playing some Animal Crossing, browsing Reddit, and then when I feel I'm sufficiently awake, starting my work by checking my emails and looking for new DNA matches to my does on the websites we use. The image at the bottom of the slide is an example of what we see when checking for matches. Every line on that chart is a different match. We often have to do some detective work to figure out who those matches are. I do at least some work 7 days a week. On days where I'm very busy with other tasks, I might only have an hour to work on my cases. Other days, I might be able to work 10 hours. I think most forensic genealogists work on multiple cases at one time. I'm on about 15 right now, so you never run out of work. Some cases can be solved in less than an hour. Some can take several years. It's important to have patience and never give up. Remember, as a forensic genealogist, You might be a family's last hope in getting an answer about where their missing loved one has gone. You have to be able to work well with others and communicate effectively. Always be considerate, be humble, and be grateful you've been given this amazing opportunity to help make a difference in people's lives.